Oh my god, sorry. That was embarrassing.
Isn't it time we make period a little better, a little more less embarrassing? Well, in an industry that was designed in the 30s by men who thought they knew what us women wanted, we have designed a really nice, stylish new product in the feminist care industry. We've designed Plume, the first ever tampon that includes a water-soluble, disposable applicator and a smart plunger.
And what's the deal with no one wanting to talk about periods anyways? Did you know that in the US alone, there's about 85 million women menstruating every day? And one woman will go through about 17,000 tampons in her lifetime?
It's also really crazy that men and women don't even know about the health effects associated with using tampons that make up a $2 billion a year industry. If you or any of your girlfriends use tampons, did you know that you're also potentially exposing yourself to things like pesticides, toxins such as dioxin, and even mold for each use?
With Plume, we are delivering a better solution to meet the needs of the modern woman who wants to feel empowered, confident, and elegant even when on her period. It's time to start a new epoch in the feminine hygiene industry. I think we're at with no more.
So how does it work? So feel like the right tampon?
Yeah, so all the functionalities are just like your regular tampon. You're not going to change any of your behavior, except you're going to be creating less waste. You're going to have this disposable applicator that clicks right into this beautiful device that you're going to carry with you that will actually capture all of your data information, provide you with useful information to help you learn more about yourself.
Okay, so saving you money as a user, or can you put
It'll save you money in the long run because if you think about how many years you're going to be on a period for, on average a woman spends about $2,000 on periods alone. And so it will save you money in the long run, but we'll walk you through that if you want to join us more.
I have a question as well. I mean, it's just me, but are most women actually very aware of the language that you guys are using in terms of plumber or applicator? Are they aware of what those things actually are?
Because we're disrupting this industry, this is the first ever tampon that has ever executed this way. We're going to have to teach them what's what, and run them through the terminology. But this is new and exciting, and all the women are doing really
so
happy.
do I go to the store to buy this, or how do I get a hold of it?
So we're looking at our business ramping up in different phases. So initially in phase 1, we'll have an e-commerce site where we can produce the product. By phase 2, we're looking to partner with manufacturers and partners, which will help us with distribution. And then by phase 3, we're looking to be out there in big box retail stores.
Okay, so if I get the applicator, how do I get those to people?
You just go online and order refills as you need.
Well, I only need it every month.
So they come in packs of 40 for light, medium, and heavy, and then you can also buy a variety pack of 45, just 15.
Okay, we got the month. Sorry.
So we are Team Hawk, Jennifer, this is Christine, that's Shada, and Jessie. So last residency, we left you with initial renderings of our product, Eco Chic, and we want to just give you a little brief recap of what we've been up to. We worked on the mechanics and actually ended up 3D printing a working prototype. As you can see, it actually functions. The tampon comes out of this plunger, and voila, you're putting this inside of your body. However, with any sort of first prototype, there are going to be definite changes that need to be addressed. And one of them was the string was very hard. Of course, you're not going to put the tampon in, but the string was very hard to, in a sense, weave through the plunger. So we had to, figure out what to do with that, as well as the bulkiness and the actual spring. And you guys can play around with this if you want to. But we didn't want to just go along with our initial thoughts. We wanted to see what other people thought. So we started asking our advisors, as well as mechanical engineers, and of course many women, and to get their feedback. But what we realized is, besides the product itself needing to be refined, our actual branding needed to be refined as well, because Eco Chic was not conveying our message to our target audience, who is the confident and the elegant and the empowered woman. So we decided to start rethinking about refinements of the product as well as our last brand. And with that, we bring you Plume. Plume, for those of you who don't know, means a mark of distinction or pride in oneself. And we feel that this word alone succinctly sums up who our target market customer is. The woman who is confident, empowered, fun, knowledgeable. And with that, I'll have Shada continue to walk you through the actual mechanics of what and how Plume works.
Thank you, Jennifer. So, with the Plume, we noticed that all the tampons that are currently available in the marketplace, the applicators are typically opaque. So you can't really see what you're putting inside of the body. We felt, therefore, it's very important that the applicator be clear so you can actually see what it is you're putting into your body. So this is a disposable, water-soluble applicator. And this is basically the portion that you use and toss away. It easily clicks into our reusable plunger from the side, and once you push it in, it clicks and basically engages this button. Once you're done and you use your Plume, the empty applicator can then be ejected using the button. You could put it into your toilet and it'll just dissolve in there. And once you press the button, it activates the timer. And that will allow you to understand how long you've had your tampon inside of you for to reduce the risk of any toxic shock syndrome or what have you. But this smart reusable plunger is also Bluetooth enabled. So you can also get notifications on your cell phone. And it also seamlessly tracks all of your behaviors around your monthly period. And here, this is a classic example of form follows function. Like what Jennifer mentioned, the prototype that we printed was really bulky, and the string was problematic. So the back of the device has a slit, allowing the string to just fall into place. Now, we wanted this to be really personal, so we designed a whole variety of skins so that women can customize it according to their preference and lifestyle and whatnot. And we've also designed a case that will protect their Plume when traveling, and it would also allow them to carry up to 5 tampons to last them throughout the day. Now, they could buy all of this as a startup kit with their reusable applicator, a supply of mixed light, medium, and heavy flow tampons, as well as a case, or they could purchase them separately with the applicator just on its own, the plunger just on its own, and then refill packages of the tampons. And now Christine will run you through the ecosystem.
So how will we start? And so we're breaking this into different phases. Right now, we're currently in startup mode, which we envision to be about 0 to 3 years. And so to begin the Plume process, what we'd have to do is utilize external sources to get all of our materials shipped. And so we'd be outsourcing our tampons, our hardwares, our circuit boards, as well as our injected molded plastics, which will be sent to the EPOC headquarters, which is basically us. From here, we'll be taking care of everything, the business, the supply chain, such as the research and development, the marketing, the manufacturing, and assembly, which we will then create the product Plume. And so during phase 1, we envision our product to be around the $100 price point because we are targeting the luxury high-end market. From here, our product will be available via our e-commerce site, shopplume.com, where a consumer can visit and make a purchase. Once the purchase goes through and the payment is received, goes to the bank and goes back to us, and we will get a USPS to mail the order via the consumer. And the consumer can repurchase the refillable purchases through our site. During phase 2, we imagine ourselves to ramp up, and so here we'll be working with manufacturers and partners. During phase 3, we imagine ourselves to be working with big box retailers, and as we also go through different phases, we also see that our price point will also go down as well.
So for our finances, the analysts have forecasted that the U.S. tampon market in the next 4 years will grow by a compound annual growth rate of 6.1%, which will lead to about a $2.65 billion tampon industry in the U.S. by 2018. And the reason for this trend, or one of the main reasons for this trend, is that women are starting to get really interested and figure out do research on what is going into their body and like really the health aspects of it. So this is one of our main driving factors behind it. For our P&L statement, we have 7 SKUs, which are the applicator case, the tampons in 3 different kinds, variety pack, and then the starter kit. As you can see from our COGS and our price point, our gross margins are incredibly high. But because the applicator case and starter kit are going to be one-time purchases, we're actually going to be generating the majority of our revenue from the refillable or the applicator that will be disposable and refillable. From our first year, we have estimated, so around 500 units of each, and then with around 2,400 of like the different variety packs of tampons, and this gives us a revenue of around $150,000. However, as we look further into our projections, we will become profitable halfway through year 2 in phase 1, and then in between year 3 and 4, we are projecting that we will capture 1% of the alternative market space, giving us a revenue of around $3.4 to $4 million, and this will grow exponentially as we begin to ramp up, and then in phase 3, when we hit retail and get FDA approval, then we will see much more revenue generated. Come Plume with us.
So, I don't know what that's like.
Eventually.
I don't know if anybody in the audience is going to have any exciting partner there, but I think you're greatly kind of hand-waving some of the assumptions and costs involved in hardware. I think tooling costs were too low.
Yeah.
We produced manufacturing drawings which we sent directly to injection molding facilities to get quotes on part costs as well as all the hardware.
Okay, so you had, so maybe if you believe in your tooling costs, be prepared to explain why you believe in your tooling costs. You don't have NRE. You don't have audit, non-recurring engineering costs that any ODM or any CM is going to charge you. Or even else, like the ammunition tools around San Francisco, you didn't have, you had R&D, and I wasn't sure if that meant like the double E work that would take place. You didn't have that any work in there, and you didn't, and then when you think about CapEx and OpEx for products that have lead times, right? I think you need to build a model. It might behoove you to build a model to kind of get a feel for what kind of capital you need on hand as you build hardware products, because that's what screws small hardware companies all the time. They don't realize, oh shit, I need $500,000 of cash right now, to give factory.
We have scenarios in our budget and our revenue model that incorporate that.
Okay,
So
great.
We haven't thought out.
Great, awesome.
Yeah, but thanks for that. Yeah.
It seemed high level. It's not great, but I think that just screws people over. Why build the components like PCBAs and stuff like that and try and ship them here to somebody?
Well, no, so it would actually be our manufacturer. They would be manufacturing, assembling, co-packing, and then shipping the finished product to us. And all we'd be doing is then sending them out and ordering them from our headquarters.
Oh, okay. Maybe I totally.
I guess we just made an assumption.
Yeah, I think your slides say something different. I think it seems like you're getting the PCBAs and everything sent here for assembly. But if that's, maybe we both right. Yeah.
So I just comments as you guys are kind of going through this. It would be really fascinating to see testimonials from actual users. I think that would go miles in terms of building trust, because I know that you guys are presenting like this is what we're doing, but for me I was kind of like, why would I use that? Like, what's the benefit for me? And so I think within the context of periods and sort of like sisterhood or however you want to phrase it, is looking at building that trust by saying, I use it and this is why I like it, I think that would be huge. And then the second thing is, because you did say it's sort of more a premier product and price points are higher, I'm curious to know what brand is that woman using now and why is she going to be willing to give it up? So you can also kind of hit on that for the women in the audience to then have that identity. Why use that brand? Oh, that's why I can switch. And I know that this may not be the target market, but I think that that would also help. Maybe this is a supervisor that would help.
One thing I want to look up really quickly, I think there's an opportunity that you're skipping over, which is innovation. So, I mean, I don't know how to phrase this, but I think that the big problem is getting your hands messy, right? And so when you don't care about that, we'll go use OB. And when you do care about that, use the applicator, right? It's a bifurcated work. And you're kind of trying to, I think you're somewhere in the middle, and you've got this permanent device which may or may not get blood on it that you're going to put back in your purse that's going to probably gross out the women who are in the applicator world, and then the women who don't care about that stuff and just use OB anyway. So there's a dilemma where you have to like innovate to a point where like no blood is involved in this thing, absolutely no way per se, and you've got this new way of delivering the cotton where it needs to go. And you've kind of just taken the traditional applicator blown-off and mechanism and just made it permanent, non-disposable. You got to put a bit of it, and you kind of add some electronics to it. But I think there's a ton of other ways you can think about. I got to deliver some cotton into a place where it needs to go, and how many millions of ways can I do that?
So the reason why we are going around the same route of a disposable applicator is because 85% of U.S. women, and we're targeting the U.S. market right now, use applicators for their tampons. So we know that this is a kind of taboo topic, so we wanted to incrementally kind of ease this product into the space because the plunger itself doesn't touch anything. It touches the cotton because the applicator and the cotton go hand in hand. So it's in terms of behavior aspect, we wanted it to be the same amount of steps because many women just throw away the applicator or even put it into the toilet. So that's why we wanted to address the waste aspect while also saying the same amount of behavior steps.
I could leave that assumption if you showed me alternatives that were very different,
Or like,
No, like, something that coils up and then rolls out and is mechanical that inserts something, like what are the 100 ways that you make out of straws and toothpicks and whatever you can cobble together to try to look at this problem from 1,000 different vantage points. I don't see evidence of that industry. And so I'm like, is there a better way to do this? It would just be a revolution. Nobody, I don't know if anyone's ever questioned it. Maybe they did 50 years ago when the first men figured it out. But since then, has anybody ever really questioned this problem?
well, one of the things we did come about too, because we were thinking about, how can we expand upon this, because it is essentially the same with 4 pieces of a tampon, except for we are using one aspect and making it customizable. But the thing we also ran into when we started asking women about it is there's a lot of kind of almost pushback in terms of, I don't want to be reminded of my period. I don't want to be having to think more about something that I'm already kind of don't like. So to say oh, this whole new product does this whole crazy spinning thing or whatever you want to create that's completely different. That's also having to set up a whole new sort of framework around oh, you know what, instead of just getting rid of it, ignoring it or whatever, you're also having this new aspect and component. And some people might want that, but the people we were talking to were I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, but it wasn't Henry Ford that said if I have to build it on day one, the faster it works. And I don't think that's what an innovator does, talking in conversations. Your job is to understand the human condition, find the unmet needs, and then use innovation and thinking to solve that problem for them in ways they can never imagine.
I think the other thing there is if the goal is to produce something that the consumer doesn't have to think about. They're already using those things, right? So one of the things that I've noticed is there's this aspect of richer data connected to your smartphone, data visualization maybe, but that's all making the user, or like bringing the user back to thinking about the period that they may or may not think about. If that's a part of the product, then that really needs to be flushed out, and there needs to be something in this deck that talks about what are the benefits of having that data. I'm not convinced that there's been like deep thought about what that benefit is. And I think potentially the same kind of superficial level of attention was paid to the customization of the things. Came out with a product, you slap a skin on it, you throw data visualization on it, and then, it's a modern product. But I think if that's a part of your strategy, then I think it needs to be.
Just something else I'd like, I'm sorry if I missed this part of your presentation, but do you have a clear IP strategy? I mean, I've got to believe there are a million patents
Yes.
in this area.
We do. We've been talking with Michelle Katz, and we are going to file our patent pending toward the end of this year. So we're going to IP, and then we file our utility patent.
And you've done patent searches, because I have trouble believing you can do anything in this category without infringing.
For this kind of product, there isn't really a lot. The water-soluble applicator definitely has a patent. Actually last year, the utility patent. But what Michelle was trying to emphasize was what we do go about with our patent pending filing the utility patent. We have to show the differentiation between what makes our product different out there, and so that's what we're currently talking with her and trying to do.
One Uber comment about the patents. Our opinions may differ. Do not search for patents. And if you do not document anything.
Well,
Do not email about it. I'm just saying, like that's like you will get, because in case they come and do a deposition and they find an email or a note or a notebook that you knew about it and you infringe, you're screwed.
no, I completely agree.
Okay.
I completely agree with that. I mean, it's, the only people who should be looking at patents are counsel.
Okay.
Counsel can look at patents, but they shouldn't tell you, I mean, they should just say thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
And then one of that is horrible.
To question the basic mechanical configuration of the system and flip it upside down. There's probably no patent on the upside down. There's lots of patents that are like to pass it on. Just a product side, I think it's the obvious.
I'm not sure I understand how you can insert tampon without the applicator actually touching the body. Does it fully insert it?
So originally the applicator was just like how it is currently, the tube, let's say, something at the top. But based on feedback, we added a flange, which is like basically a surface, so that if it does touch the very bottom, no blood will actually go on the plunger.
And what happens with the flange?
That is part of the disposable applicator that gets.
Okay, we got to move on. Thank you.